All right, today we're going to do a couple of things. First, we're going to talk about the Titan Sandbags. Each one of these bags comes with, say the 80 comes with 8 10-pound bags that you fill. The 60 comes with 6 and the 40 comes with 4. So it's 10 pounds each. So if you want to reduce, say the 80 pound to 60 pounds, you can drop two bags out and now you have a 60-pound bag. That's the reason I initially bought the 80-pound bag and did a review on it. But what I have found over time with these is that no matter what you do, sand will leak out. Sand will leak out everywhere. Now, I've had some comments talk about adding different materials in instead of sand. But before we get into that, let's just talk about the Titan sandbags in general. Now, I have a 40, a 60, and an 80. It comes with either, you can use supinated or pronated grips. It has 2 grips on the side, which nylon cable and a little rubber ends on all the handles. You have this neutral grip that you can pick them up with, and you can see sand's already leaking out. And there's a opening to be able to open up and pull out the sandbags themselves. But what I've done over time is I have stuck duct tape and Gorilla Tape and everything else on them. I think I've even used a bit of Gorilla Glue to try to keep the sand in the bag. So let's go ahead and pull all of this off. So it's got Velcro closure as well as a zipper. You can kind of see. As I said, each one has bags. If you watch my other video with filling them, you can see that with each bag, it has this closure and then another one on the inside, but apparently over time that has leaked out considerably, which I can see all the sand now. As far as durability of these bags, I mean, I have put these things through a lot of abuse. Some people come over and train with me, they've put them through a lot of abuse, so they've been thrown around and carried and dropped. All in all, I have liked the sandbags a lot. The material on the outside is something yet to be desired. I've had to wear thumb tape because I've taken the skin off my thumb just for excessive rubbing, but I think that would happen with canvas too. It's got this rubberish polymer exterior. But what we're gonna do today is we're gonna replace all the sand, and at least 2 of them for all the material that I bought today, and see how different it works and if there's less leakage of sand. Because sandbag workout, you put a sandbag over your head, you're sweaty, at least here in the South. When it's 100 degrees and you're sweaty and you got sand on you and the sand gets rubbed, and just not the type of exfoliation I'm really looking for. But what we bought is these Quikrete all-purpose gravel. In my last Titan sandbag video, somebody suggested using pea gravel as well as rubber mulch to help as a filler. I really don't think the rubber mulch is all that necessary, but we'll see. So let's start emptying these bags and replace them with the gravel. So let's go. All right, we got 4 bags done with rocks, so we're gonna load this 40-pound bag back up and give it a test to see how well it feels. If it feels any different than having sand in there, and is it lack of dropping sand all over my face? Let's load it up. right, now with the one done, I'm gonna kick in the time lapse and do the 60 pound and go ahead and get it over with. So let's get it moving fast. All right, let's briefly stop the video to talk about, so I'm emptying out the 60 pound sandbag, and that bag was so much more filled with sand. And the problem is 2 of the bags had full blowouts. So with the normal Velcro in and close up, that sand busted completely out the side. So, as well as this one almost blew completely out, and the third one was starting to. The other seemed fine. So what we're going to do real quick is duct tape them to hold the rocks that are going into these bags now. So hopefully that will hold up. And also the second layer of the bag itself, hopefully it will hold in the rock. So let me get the duct tape and let's try to repair this so they can be used. Right back. All right, I have 2 different kinds. I have duct tape and I have the Gorilla tape. For these, I think I'm just going to use the general silver tape if it works, just because there's no aesthetic to it, because it sits inside of a bag. So we'll wrap it across the seam. Actually, let's go down the seam. That looks like it'll hold, so let's do the other ones. You know, it's one thing for the sandbag stitching to be a little off. If you have a sandbag and you're putting sand in it, you would hope that these filler bags would be a lot more sturdy, but apparently that isn't the case. All right, I'm gonna finish this up and we'll get back to the time lapse. Got the rest of the bags patched up, got all the rocks in there. Let's give it a little test, see how it works, and see how it feels compared to the sand. I know you can't, this is YouTube, you can't really feel it, but I can tell the difference because I have worked this bag severely. So let's give it a look. All right, as far as the rocks go, they feel a bit rougher than the sand. I don't think it will matter long term, especially if it keeps sand from getting everywhere and having sand everywhere and no benefit of having an ocean to get into. A few closing notes. If you do get the Titan Sandbags and you do want some extra sealing, I recommend flex tape, this as seen on TV crap. But once it goes on, I mean, it's not really coming off. I had it on the 60-pound bag and pulling it off was kind of treacherous, and I put some black Gorilla tape back on it. But for quick fixes, anything else, because in case the seam split, because the more you abuse them, I mean, the more chances you are that the bag's gonna split. And my testing, unless you spend the money and buy an expensive sandbag that has a warranty on it, what's a little excess like duct tape or flex tape or whatever to seal. But I do recommend not using sand. All right, that's gonna be it. It's hot. I'm gonna go get in the pool. Thank you for watching. Consider subscribing, hit that like button, that bell. Thanks for watching. See you next time.